Hello, okay, so today I'm going to show you how to edit vertical videos for social media, mainly Instagram. Now the first one we're going to do is for Instagram stories. There are two ways to change your resolution. If you've already edited your footage together in a timeline and you just want to change it now, you'd go to File, Project Settings. And then, remember this is Instagram stories, change it to 1080 by 1920. And there you go. So that's one way of doing it, but that's going to change all the timelines in this project now. So the other way of doing it, so you don't change your entire project timeline resolution, is just right-clicking in your media pool, timelines, create new timeline, uncheck use project settings, then go to format and just do 1080 by 1920 and create. And then you just drag your footage into this. So once you've got your footage on your timeline, you just zoom in, mess with the position, and then you can export it like that. Okay, now say you wanted to do it for an Instagram post instead. Now obviously you can do the exact same steps, but instead of 1080 by 1920, this one would be 1080 by 1350. Okay, and drag your footage in, but this time, you know, you've got your footage here, but you don't want to cut anything off the sides. So you don't want to zoom in or anything like that, because then you're going to lose some of the information that's necessary for your story, for your video, whatever. But you should still have your post this size on Instagram, because then it gets seen by a lot more people. So for this, so we don't have the black space at the top and bottom, sorry, my English came out then. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So if you alt click on the video and just drag it up, so you have two, then go to the effects library, and we're going to search for blanking fill, and then drag that onto the bottom clip. So that makes a nice little blurry background for your footage. Now to make it stand out even more, I like to add a drop shadow on the top and the bottom. So drag the drop shadow, there we go, to the top clip. Let's mess around with it a little bit, so add a bit more distance, make it a bit stronger, and add another one, and then just make the angle the exact opposite. So instead of 37, it would be minus 37. Good maths. Drop distance, shadow strength. Let's have a look how that looks. Yeah, so now that looks so much better. And that's your Instagram post. If you want, you can mess around with it a little bit more. I sometimes come to the bottom one and knock down the opacity a bit. Yeah, I prefer the way that looks. And then you just go to deliver. Make sure that the settings are how you want, so that the timeline resolution is still 1080 by 1350. Add to render queue and render. So your video is ready for Instagram stories or posts. There you go.